Have you ever wondered what the best zone in World of Warcraft is? What if I told you that one of the most iconic and memorable zones isn't even close to perfect? Would you believe me? Get ready for a journey through the Barrens, a zone that will challenge you, frustrate you, and at the same time make you laugh. But why is it considered one of the best zones in the game? Let's find out together. For many Horde players, especially the veterans, this zone holds a special place in their hearts. It's defined by a unique combination of harsh landscapes, challenging quests, legendary PvP battles, and even the notorious chat experience. When a player enters the Barrens for the first time, they are greeted by an endless expanse of arid terrain with few visible structures, a colossal savanna full of dangers. Looking at the map of Kalimdor, it's clear that the Barrens occupies a massive space, so large that it could easily fit 2 or 3 other zones within it. Some speculate that this vast zone was simply a way for Blizzard to fill in gaps in the map, a popular theory among the community. During the development of World of Warcraft, many of the initial zones were designed with a strong focus on the Alliance. Zones like Elwyn Forest and Dun Marok received significant attention. Evidence of this can be found in leaked alpha, demo, and beta images, which are almost exclusively from Alliance areas. Many players believe Blizzard didn't have the time or budget to properly develop Horde zones, which resulted in a massive area like the Barrens with numerous design flaws. It's as if Blizzard said, "Let's create this huge, somewhat empty zone to fill this space because we don't have the time or resources to invest here." However, this lack of polish is precisely what gives the Barrens its charm. Despite its immense size, the zone only had 3 flight points: Crossroads, Ratchet, and Camp Torajo. Drawing a circle between these 3 points, you'll notice they don't even cover half the zone. This meant players often had to traverse great distances on foot to complete quests. Back then, during the pre-Cataclysm era, players leveling in the Barrens didn't even have mounts yet. It was common to pick up a quest in Crossroads, head to the far end of the map to complete it, and then walk all the way back on foot. This lack of planning by Blizzard was glaring, but it also became part of the zone's identity. What truly left a mark in the Barrens were the quests. They weren't always fun, but they were undoubtedly memorable. A famous example is the Zebra quest, where players had to collect zebra hooves. The problem? Zebras were scarce, spread out, and the drop rate for hooves was abysmally low. It often took over an hour to complete this quest, which was odd, considering zebras have 4 hooves. Oh, another legendary questline was the story of Mankrik and his search for his wife. Finding her location was a massive challenge back in the classic era. Ultimately, players discovered she had been killed, leading to the infamous Consumed by Hatred quest, where Mankrik sends you on a rampage against Quillbores. Another unique aspect of the Barrens was the PvP. The zone's neutral city, Ratchet, and its accessible port made it easy for Alliance players to invade. During the vanilla era, it was common for large groups of Alliance players to raid Crossroads, turning the quiet Horde town into a war zone. Low-level Horde players often found themselves helplessly outmatched by higher-level Alliance characters. It wasn't uncommon to see messages like, "Crossroads is under attack," spammed repeatedly in chat. Speaking of chat, the Barrens was infamous for its chaotic and bizarre regional chat. While grinding through quests, players would often see the chat devolve into heated arguments, off-topic discussions, or outright absurdity. The Barrens chat became so notorious that it even has its own page in the WoW encyclopedia. When Cataclysm arrived, Blizzard revamped many areas in Azeroth, including the Barrens. The zone was split into 2, Northern and Southern Barrens, with updated quests and lore, While this fixed many of the issues I've mentioned, it also removed many of the elements that made the Barrens unique. PvP became rare, and the once frustrating yet iconic quests were reworked entirely. Despite its problematic design and unique challenges, the Barrens left a lasting impact on many players. It wasn't perfect, but it became a historic landmark in World of Warcraft. For some, it's remembered fondly. For others, it's a source of gaming trauma. While the zone may not be the same after all these years, the countless stories and memories it created ensure that it will never be forgotten. What's your favorite memory of the Barrens? Share it in the comments. I'm sure everyone has their own tale to tell from this colossal savanna of WoW.